That's what it means. It means the light. So when you read the scripture where it speaks about the light bearer, so when someone's bearing the light, what they're bearing is pretty much exactly what it means, the light, man. Okay? No, the word Lucifer. Like people think that the word Lucifer is pretty much, it denotes to Satan. It don't mean, it ain't got nothing to do with Satan. The word Luciferian is someone that bears the light.
That's right.
So what light are we bearing? Matter of fact, brother, get me Isaiah 60.
Yeah. we're the real Illuminati, man. And that's the reason why they worship owls. Right. Yeah, because owl can see in the darkness.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's it, man. But in the end, they're going to be losers, man. That's why we're saying we're going to be increased in the end, and they're gonna be our slaves in the end, man. Yeah. Their world is ending, our world's beginning.
Right.
Is that word used in the scriptures, Lucifer?
Yeah.
Is it?
Sometimes,
We're gonna break it down.
Isaiah 60 verse 1. Arise, shine, for thy light is come.
Right, so it says arise and shine, thy light is come. So what's the light? The light is pretty much the message that's coming from the scriptures, man. The word of the Heavenly Father. That's the light that we're bringing to you. Okay? So the light is coming. That's all right. Yeah, go on, bro.
1 Thessalonians 5 and 5, it says, ye are all the children of the light.
Right, it says, ye are all the children of the light. Okay, so in other words, if we're the children of the light, which we have the light, which is the word, then what would that make us spiritually? That would spiritually make us what? Illuminated ones, or the Illuminati. Okay? Go on, bro.
Psalms 119 verse 105. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path.
Right. Read that again, one more time.
Psalms 119 verse 105. Thy word is a lamp.
Right, thy word is a lamp. Go on.
Unto my feet and a light unto my path.
Right, so that would make us the Luciferians when it comes to the scriptures. So now you're going to have these clowns, they're going to say, oh, see, Great Millstone, they just declared that they're a satanic order to camp. No. The word Lucifer means someone that bears the light. Man. The word Illuminati means someone that is enlightened. Go on, brother.
Verse 130, the entrance of thy words giveth light.
I'm all right, brother.
It giveth understanding unto the simple.
No, read that again. One more time.
Verse 130, the entrance of thy words giveth light.
Right, the entrance of thy words giveth light. So, how was we able to attain this light? Because we had other men that came before us and they told us this light. Now we're shutting that light down to those that need it. Like you, brother. You know what I'm saying? So, basically, the word Luciferian or Lucifer, it don't mean anything. It doesn't talk about Satan. It don't mean anything. It doesn't have anything to do with Satan. The word Illuminati doesn't necessarily mean, you know, a group of people that worship Satan. When you actually look at the word itself, it means to be illuminated. Okay, the word Lucifer means the word someone that bears the light. Like for example, all right, like when you watch Star Wars, there's a small kid, right? I mean, he's a grown up now. What they call him? Luke Skywalker.
For the man that carries the torch of the Olympic thing.
Right. That's all it is. It's a light bearer. That's all it is. You know what I mean? So like I was saying, I don't cut you, brother. Like what I was saying before. You know, you have a guy by the name of Luke Skywalker when you watch Star Wars. So why did they name him Luke Skywalker? Because he was supposed to be the young boy of light. Okay? He was pretty much the kid of light. All right? Go on, brother.
Isaiah 14 verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
Right. Why art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? Go on.
Son of the morning.
Son of the morning. What is that talking about? Because who's bearing the light right now? The so-called white man. So let's read that one more time.
Isaiah 14 verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
And heaven is pretty much a condition or state.
Right.
So when you look at the powers that be, the illuminated ones, as they call themselves, which they're not illuminated ones, because they're more into darkness rather than light. They're in that position of power, but they're going to fall out of power. That's where the scripture applies. Go on.
O Lucifer, son of the morning.
O Lucifer, son of the morning. Go on.
how art thou cut down to the ground,
Right. How is the so-called white man cut down to the ground?
which didst weaken the nations?
Which did is weaken the nations, man. So someone that's bearing the light, meaning someone that has some kind of, you know, secret knowledge or wisdom, and because they have that wisdom and understanding, they're able to rule the earth by that wisdom and understanding. Okay? But when you really check it out, what is it, the bankers, the Illuminatis, those different sorcerers and witches, they ain't bearing no light, man. They're bearing what you call the wisdom and understanding of darkness. Because the scriptures tells you in the Apocrypha, it says, wickedness is not wisdom. But the wisdom that we was blessed with is what you call the real light. So we're the real Luciferians. We're the real illuminated ones. When you break the word down, it just means someone that bears the light. You know, that's all it means. You got something. That's how it is, man.
Sirach 19 verse 22. The knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom.
Right, the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, and that's what this world is covered in. Because you got the wrong kind of people that's in power, that's pretty much presenting their wisdom and their knowledge of wickedness around the earth, man. And got people are sick in the head. Got people so messed up now. All right, go on, brother.
That's their lack. Neither at any time the counsel of sinners prudence.
Right. Go on.
Yes,
Yeah, man. So that's how you break that down. You gotta go into the words, examine these words, and know what they mean. There's people, they just take hold of what other people say. Oh yeah, he said that these groups of people are the illuminated ones or the Illuminati, so they must be Satanists. No. You gotta look at what the word means, man.
So it said,
Go on, bro.
Sirach 24 verse 12, verse 11. But the love of the Lord passeth all things for illumination.
Read that again.
Sirach 24 verse 11. For the love of the Lord passeth all things for illumination.
Right, for the love of the Lord passeth all things through illumination, light. All right, that's what it means. It means just the light, man. So because the Lord is dealing with us, He's passed through us and given us the light. And this is why you got certain men that's in great millstone that have taught us the truth, and now we bringing you the light now. Okay. So what would we be? What they call the Illuminati, man. It is what it is. I don't care if people get mad at us because I say that. I don't give a shit, because these jokers out here, they're nothing but simpletons, man. Okay, these mother skunks out here, they're nothing but simpletons. They don't know anything, man.
Go in the bag.
You know what I'm saying? They don't know a goddamn thing. We know we got the final word, plus we got the info. Alright, we're the ones with the final word, we're the ones with the real message. If they had the message, why don't they stand up and pretty much state their claim? They can't state their claim because they ain't got no claim to state. He got the real claim to state. Okay, so I don't give a good goddamn what these mother skunkers think, man. That's a new word now. Yeah, read on, brother.
Hebrews chapter 10 verse 32.
Yep.
But call to remembrance the former days,
Yep.
in which after ye were illuminated.
Right, again, which after ye were illuminated. It says, call together the former days, which after ye were illuminated.
Ye endured a great fight of afflictions.
Right, you endured a great fight with afflictions. That reminds me of, I believe it's on Isaiah 30, verse 16, where it says, basically the Lord has given us the bread of affliction, and basically we're not going to be removed to any corner anymore. So while we have this light and this understanding, we're going to be going through hell in the street. Okay, that's just the bottom line. But like I was saying about these people out here and the people that are watching it are simple. Okay, the majority of them, because most of these people are simple anyway. You know, if I say a certain word or a certain brother say a certain word like the Illuminati, guys get simple and they think, oh shit, they refer to them Satanists. And then when we apply that word to ourselves, they assume, oh shit, they gotta be Satanists. But like I said, I don't, listen, man, like we brothers that have been in this thing for a decent amount of time, we don't give a shit about what you people think, man. Because a lot of y'all don't know a damn thing, and that's why you guys is going to be destroyed because of your ignorance. Okay? Yeah, go on, bro.
2 Corinthians 4:3 says, but if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost,
Right.
in whom the power of this world have blinded the minds of them which believe not.
Exactly. And that's just the bottom line, man. The powers of this world, which is the so-called white man, is blinding those that we're not supposed to believe to begin with. So when we bring these scriptures to you, you can't see it because you weren't meant to see it. Okay, go on.
Lest the light of the glorious gospel of Hamashiach, who is the image of Yahweh, should shine unto them. For we preach not ourselves, but Hamashiach Yahushua the Lord, and ourselves your servants for Yahushua's sake. For Yahweh, who commanded the light to shine out of darkness, have shined in our hearts to give the light of the knowledge.
So Paul made a reference to the glory of, what is it, the Hamashiach, which is his word, as the light. So if we have this light, brothers, then that would make us the Luciferians, man. To the meaning of the word. The meaning of the word Lucifer means someone that bears the light. Okay? And that's just the thing with these jokers out here. A lot of them don't even know their words. But yet they were born and raised speaking English all their life, but they don't know simple words, man. Okay, you gotta know what you're talking about. You can't say things and a lot, people say things, they don't even know what they're talking about because they don't know the meaning of what the fuck they're talking about. Excuse my language. You know what I mean? But we, the brothers of Great Millstone, man, we study. Okay, you think we just come out here to make a show of ourselves so we can get ratings and views? No, we come out here because this is what we do. All right, in the fear of the Most High, man. Go on, brother.
Sirach chapter 24.
Oh, you're not finished yet, aren't you?
Just a little bit.
Okay, yeah, let me finish that, brother.
2 Corinthians 4:6 says, for Yahweh, who commanded the light to shine out of darkness, have shined in our hearts to give the light of the knowledge of the glory of Yahweh in the face of Yahushua the Mashiach.
That's it, man. That's it. So the Most High gave us this light and it's shining in our minds. If you look up the word heart from the Hebrew word lahah, which means the light. I mean, what is it? The mind. Okay, so we have this knowledge and understanding in our mind, right? And that wisdom and understanding is going to pretty much have us exempt from judgment. Okay, so it's all about that, man. Well, I mean, I don't mean to, you know, sound all proud and braggadocious, but it is what it is, man. We got the final say. Okay, we know what we're talking about. So you clowns out there, you scoffers and scorners out there that want to get all simple and act all crazy because you don't understand what these words mean, then that's on you, man. Okay? So go on, brother.
It's a little precept. Sirach 24, verse 26. He maketh the understanding to abound like Euphrates and as Jordan in the time of the harvest. He maketh the doctrine of knowledge appear as the light, and as Gion in the time of vintage.
See, there's so many scriptures on how the wisdom and the understanding of the Lord is referenced to the light, man. There's so many scriptures on this. So, and the reason why we're able to break these scriptures down because we got the Holy Spirit on us. Okay, we got a level of spiritual power to break these scriptures down, and we're skilled in these scriptures. Get me 1 Thessalonians the 5th chapter, where it speaks about to study to show thyself approved. Somebody get me that. Read on, brother.
It's going back to Hebrews 10 and 32. Well, call to remembrance the former days in which, after ye were illuminated, ye endured a great fight of afflictions.
Yeah, we endured the great fight of afflictions. So the men that endured the great fight of the afflictions were those that were born of the Most High, pursuant to 1 John 5th chapter. So how is one born of the Most High? First and foremost, he's already preordained to receive his word and his understanding, and then while he's got it, he's going to suffer. He's going to muster it through and then overcome. Okay? And while you're in the shoot, you're supposed to grow in this thing. If you've been in the shoot for a certain amount of years, you're supposed to elevate yourself, not stay on the same level. Go on, brother.
It says, partly whilst ye were made a gazing stock, both by reproaches and afflictions, and partly whilst he became companions of them that were so used.
So read that one more time, brother. Resurrect that again.
Partly whilst he were made a gazing stock.
Right, as a gazing stock. So what does it mean to be looked at as a gazing stock? Meaning you're going to be looked at as a joke. All right, that's how the people see us. They see us as a joke. That's why we have half of the times people that will come up and they'll come up in like a joking manner. They don't take it seriously. That's supposed to happen. All right, and if that doesn't happen, then we're doing something wrong. We're not fulfilling what's being said in the scriptures. Go on, brother.
Made a gazing stock both by reproaches and afflictions, and partly whilst he became companions of them that were so used.
Yep.
For he had compassion of me and my bonds, and took joyfully the spoiling of your goods, knowing in yourselves that ye have in heaven a better and an enduring substance.
Yep. You break it down, baby.
So basically, let me read it again. For ye had compassion of me and my bonds, and took joyfully the spoiling of your goods, knowing in yourselves that ye have in heaven a better and an enduring substance. Basically, they have compassion for Paul in his bonds, basically in his reproaches and sufferings, and they knew that they have a better and enduring substance in the kingdom to come. Cast not away therefore your confidence, which have great recompense of reward.
Right, and the confidence, in other words, the word confidence means faith. The word con means confidence, means faith from the word fidelity. So this is what we're supposed to put our confidence in his faith. As Paul said, how he's a prisoner of hope of Yahweh Shah. And we do this because of Yahweh Shah, because as we believe he's our savior, and he's going to set everything completely in order. Okay, through Yahweh Shah, everything's going to be set up in order again. Because what is first and foremost, what is Yahweh Shah going to do? Get me that Isaiah 64, which speaks about how he's come up against Esau. He's coming from Basra with dyed garments or something like that. One of the first things Yahweh Shah is going to come and do is destroy this kingdom. The last leg of the Roman Empire, which we're living in right now, the empire of the so-called white man. That's what he's going to come and do, is destroy this bitch. Okay, take this society out of existence, man. That's going to be one of the first things he's going to do. You're going. Yeah, you're going, bro.
So you see when these people are so-called Christians, and they say, I'm filled with the Spirit, and they start chatting.
Well, I mean, they right. They are filled in the Spirit. They filled with the spirit of Satan, brother.
Right. So what I'm saying to you is, my knowledge now is the Spirit is having a word inside your mind.
Exactly.
That's in there.
Yep. The Holy Spirit, because the Holy Spirit is the word inside your mind.
There,
Yep. You're going.
Isaiah 63 verse 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Bozrah?
Yep.
This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness.
And it says traveling in the greatness of his strength. Why? Because he's going to come with complete power. And he's going to come with the heavenly host. Okay, his other angels is going to be with him. So that's what it means that he's going to be traveling in strength. Go on, bro.
I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save.
Right, I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. As I've explained, go on. Yeah, go on. You get them spiritual bullets out, bro.
So to get this full understanding, only certain people that get this full understanding, like full understand it on another level.
Yeah, only the few, brother. Only the few.
But it's in the power of his own mighty to save, right?
Yeah.
Psalm 68 verse 34. Verse 33. Yeah. To him that rideth upon the heavens of heavens.
That's a beautiful scripture.
Which were of old.
Yep.
Lo, he doth send out his voice, and that a mighty voice.
Yep.
Ascribe ye strength unto the Most High. His excellency is over Israel, and his strength is in the clouds.
And his strength is in the clouds, which the clouds is pretty much referring to the chariots. Alright? Because it says in the New Testament, it says that you should meet the Lord in the air in the cloud. Alright? So because some of the so-called UFOs, as these Edomites like to describe it, because they don't really know what it is, which the word UFO means unidentifiable object or flying object. Okay? But we call it the IFOs because we can identify with these flying objects. Alright, go on.
Isaiah 63 verse 2. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat?
Yeah.
I have trodden the winepress alone,
Yeah.
and of the people there was none with me.
Right, and with the people there was none with me, man. So he was bringing so much destruction that there was really, he was just the one. Okay, he didn't need nobody to help him take down his enemies. It was just him. Go on.
For I will tread them in mine anger.
Right, I will tread them in my anger. So the Lord is coming angry. I thought the Lord was gonna come happily ever after. He was gonna come down and pretty much get everybody together, and everyone's gonna sing "Oh Happy Day" and all of this nonsense. That ain't gonna happen, man. Rainbow Coalition, everybody hugging each other, hold hands. Nah, that ain't what the Lord is coming to do. The Lord is coming to bring the quiet contrary, baby boy. Go on, brother.
And trample them in my fury.
Trample them in my fury, man. So Yahweh Shah, he's gonna be the wine press. Okay, because all of these people, they represent the grapes that he's going to squash. Okay, go on.
And their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments.
Right, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, man. So what's the juice of the grape? Blood. So all of these people, they're going to be destroyed out here. That's why it says in Revelations 14:9, it says, if you take that, if any man receive a mark in their right hand and forehead, then they're going to receive the judgment without mixture. Okay, and that includes the nuclear missiles hitting ground zero on you, and also the laser beams, man. Go on, bro. I'll tell you what, brother, while you finding that, let him get this thing on. Go on.
This is Isaiah 13:6. It says, "How ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand."
Here it says, "How ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand." The word "how" means to cry bitterly. Why? Why are you going to cry bitterly? Because you know that great wrath and destruction is going to be on the way. Go on.
How ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand, it shall come as a destruction from the Almighty.
Right, so like we was going to last week, what consists of the day of the Lord? Wrath and his destruction, indignation, which in the word indignation means the Most High's righteous anger. Okay, so the Lord, the Most High, as we understand, is coming back angry because of the wickedness that he sees on this planet. Go on.
Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt,
Yep.
and they shall be afraid. Pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them, and they shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth.
Yeah, even these old guys that think that they're tough guys, man. A lot of them, they're going to be pretty much all messed up in the spirit, man. All bugged out their mind, man. All of these tough guys and these muscle-made dudes, man, they got muscles on their eyebrows and shit. Them cats, man, they're gonna be turned to blizzard salt, man. You understand? Because the Lord ain't playing, man. The Most High's gonna show who's got the power, who's running things, man. These dark suit wearing tie motherfuckers, they gonna find out, man. They ain't the boss of this earth, man. Yahweh Shah's gonna show who's boss and who's running this earth, man. All right, go on, bro.
Psalms 110 verse 5. The Lord at thy right hand shall strike through kings in the day of his wrath.
Right. So in the day of his wrath, which is soon to approach, he's gonna strike through these different heathens, man. That's got their little governance around the world, like the Moabites, the Ammonites, them jackasses in Japan, and them jackasses over there in China, and all of these nations, man, that's in that position. When the Most High comes through, he's going to squash all of these different empires all together. Okay, and they're going to be where they belong. They're going to be under our foot. And they're going to be in his brother's backyard, man. Okay, go on, bro.
He shall judge among the heathen.
And what?
He shall judge among the heathen.
All right, hold that, brother. Let me finish this.
Right, Isaiah 13, and I'll start at 8 again. It says, and they shall be afraid. Pangs and sorrow shall take hold of them.
Yep.
They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth.
Yeah, they shall be in pain as a woman travaileth. And that's grown-ass men. And I mean, you can already see that, because a lot of these men in England, man, in the Western Hemisphere, they ain't nothing but little fucking boys, man. Okay, so how much more when they see the Heavenly Father and they see the destruction? They're gonna be like bitches on that day, go on, bro.
They shall be amazed at one another.
Yep.
Their faces shall be as flames.
Their faces shall be as flame, and they're gonna be burned up. Go on.
Verse 9 says, behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger.
Yep, and the Most High is gonna come angry, with fierce anger. That's God speaking right there. God's word. Go on, bro.
To lay the land desolate.
Yep.
And he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it.
And shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it, man. So like I said before, Esau, the so-called white man, he's gonna find out he ain't nothing but pillars of salt, man. That's what he's gonna find out. And all of these other jokers that are proud in heart, arrogant in heart, they're gonna be destroyed, man. They're gonna be smothered to the ground. Okay? And then they're gonna realize that they're just men and women. Go on.
Reading on Psalms 110 verse 6. He shall judge among the heathen. He shall fill the places with the dead bodies.
Right, he shall fill the places with the dead bodies.
He shall wound the heads over many countries.
And he shall wound the heads over many countries. What is that talking about? That's talking about all of the governances around the world. All of those major mountains, man. Matter of fact, brother, give me the scripture where it says, why leave ye mountains? I think that's in Ezekiel 31. I think I could be wrong. Here it says, why leave ye mountains? Something like that. From quoting it, right?
Can I make a point, Art?
Yeah, go on.
You're talking about judgment. I remember last week when there was a lot of sirens going up and down, and you said someone's getting judged.
Yeah.
I happened to see a program called Trauma Doctors.
Yeah.
And funny enough, it was around King's Cross, a lot of the ambulance going up and down, and they have helicopter, where they attend trauma incidents. But I noticed, I caught about 15 minutes of it, and it's about an hour long, and it's pure Edomites getting all the jacked up, falling out of trees and falling off roofs, and the helicopters are coming and taking them to the hospital, and they have to get like operations and all kind of operations, and but it speaks for itself, trauma, very traumatic.
Yeah.
I only watched it for 15 minutes and I saw some judgment, you know what I mean? And I said, boy, what you said was right. There's a lot of judgment going on right now, man.
Yeah.
Among, the Most High, the angels.
That's it.
Yeah, so.
That's it, because what's happening is, man, as we don't see behind closed doors, a lot of these white boys,